Hi, this is Thea. Today I have something a little different than last time. This is a Hitch Safe, and the way that works is it goes into the hitch receiver, and once you enter the combination, you can use that actuator to open a little drawer inside. And the actuator just moves those little locking pawls right there, so that it allows the drawer to slide out. And it goes into the hitch by pulling these out so that you can remove these pins on the side. And then there's a little O-ring on there. It feels like neoprene, but once you put that back into the hole there, when it's inside the hitch receiver, then there's a piece of metal inside that holds it in place. And then the drawer itself holds those in place. And then there's a cover on it as well, so that it's more weather resistant. The construction of it seems fairly flimsy. It is a very lightweight item, so I would guess it would be pretty easy to physically destroy it to break in. But that is not the worst of it. It doesn't even need to be destroyed. So what I did is I took another one apart and then gave it an acrylic backing on it so that you can see exactly what's going on inside while I decode that. And right now it's set at the factory combination of all zeros, so that actuator goes down and the locking pawls move. And the way to change that is with this little screw on the side. You turn that 90 degrees, and then you can change it to whatever you want. And I'm going to scramble it while I'm not looking, or not able to see it rather. And then get that screw back into the set position, and then scramble the combination again. Seem to have encountered a slight problem. There we go. The way this is set up is not super sturdy, but that will not matter for demonstration purposes. I just have to be careful. And then, just to show that it's locked, that doesn't move anymore, and the locking pawls don't go in. So I'm going to get this in the vise and then get to decoding. So for decoding this, I am going to use a thin shim of metal with a little notch cut in it. And that will be inserted through the code wheels, like so, and grab onto the locking mechanism and back. So once I get this clamped up, I will demonstrate that. Alright, so now that I have that clamped up, I'm going to get to decoding the combination. And you'll see in there how the shim is grabbing onto that little locking mechanism. And then when I turn a dial, I just wait until it has some play, and that appears to be pretty close to set. believe that one's a 2, the first number. And then going to the second number, it's a little difficult since it doesn't have any bias toward whole numbers because I had to ditch the spring that does that in order to get this backing on it. Oops, and I slipped off the locking mechanism. I think that one's an 8. Working on the last one right now. Oops, I slipped off. That one feels like it's set, I think, on a 9. Just gonna rotate it to a whole number to make sure. Possibly an 8. Yeah, it feels like an 8. So then I am getting that third wheel. Feels like that one might be a 6. I think, yep, that is decoded. And so those locking pawls now move out of the way. The combination ended up being 2, 8, 6, 8. So that is how you decode this kind of combination lock. So that is all I have for you. So if you like that video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. And if you have any comments, feel free to leave them below.